Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo after recording the version 1.23 update preview. So I just uploaded a video for the 1.23 update preview, which I'll link in the card and description down below. And that video includes all the previews of all the new contents that are available on the version 1.23 site. Okay, on top of all the new features, right, quality of life changes, shop updates, as well as AFK stages changes, there's this brand new story quest known as Cage of Desire, which features the upcoming Hypogean character Harak. So Harak is a shark, hypo shark over here. So we are able to do a boss fight with him right here, as you guys can see. So monster shark. Let's take a look at his model and then we run through his skill kit. So there is a way to take a look at the skills description. So go into here, go into overview, and here we have it. Okay, Harak is a Hypogean warrior, physical, 1 tile attack range. I really like his character design, by the way. Let's take a look at his animation. Nice. One thing I like about AFKJ is really them introducing a good mix of hot and sexy characters and hot and sexy characters both on the male and female spectrum, right? Not just boobas and ties and stuff. We have that, but it's a good mix. I think he looks really hot from a guy's perspective. So this is Harak. Okay, this is the headwear. I think his headwear looks more vile and evil than anything else, which will fit really well into all the dark theme costume. Okay, really cool headwear here. You have a mini tail, so it's a shark character. So this has a close resemblance to shark. I don't know what shark this looks like though. Okay, and then I think hammerhead, maybe. It seems like his design like follows a hammerhead, right? So because like there's this like the head feature which is like a hammerhead thing, and then there's a shark. So I assume his original like reference would be the hammerhead shark. So this is Harak's character preview. Now let's take a look at the skill. Vicious Bite viciously strikes an enemy, dealing continuous damage and preventing them from recovering HP. So this skill has a 0-second cooldown. Okay, initial energy of 0. Okay, I don't think it doesn't cost anything, right? Probably cost something. It should be at an expense, should be. So right here it's mentioned as 0. It'll be really broken if it has a 0-second cooldown and initial energy of, I mean, if it costs only 0 energy. So I think this is probably for the boss battle side, but this is for the ultimate Vicious Bite, which deals damage and prevents healing. So recovering HP is healing and self-regen, right? So this could be really good against all the store teams, really good against all the water wights, which regens a lot of HP, right? Restores their own HP. Very annoying minion. And there's a whole bunch of minions in the Waves of Intrigue season that has ways to recover HP. So I do think Harak just from this will be seeing some use for the AFK stage side, just to deal with those pesky minions, right? And as long as Hewin, Damien, right, as long as units like Ludovic, they are still a thing in the arena, this character probably will see use in PvP as well, just off this ultimate. Okay, but we shall see. We still need to take a look at how fast this skill charge up, as well as the real cooldown of the skill. Next, we have Tidal Assault. Harak swiftly reaches the weakest enemy, dealing damage and knocking them into the air. So damage plus control. 15-second cooldown with initial cooldown of 5 seconds. Okay, we have to see how long he knocks up the enemy. How long is the downtime, whether or not there are other ways to reduce it, and what's the other drawbacks of this skill. Drawbacks, positives of this skill. Now we go into third skill, Flash Feast. Harak enters feast mode when the battle starts, significantly enhancing his combat abilities. Assisting or defeating a unit resets the duration of feast mode. Upon exiting feast mode, Harak loses control and indiscriminately devours a non-summon unit. Oh, it's interesting. Is he gonna devour ally unit, or is he gonna devour enemy unit? Okay, so this feast is like a power up, maybe like a Shakir kind of power up. I don't know whether or not there's an aura, but killing and basically killing an enemy extends the duration, and then he's able to control the enemy by eating them. I assume eating is not killing, right? I could be wrong about that, because from here, right, we can't actually see the full details, but he has the ability to eat up an opponent, so non-summon unit. If it's able to, I mean, if it just targets the enemy, this skill will be quite broken, to be honest. Yeah, it means that in his power down state, he's still a control unit. But we shall see. We need to see in battle itself to sort of gauge. So later on we'll do the battle and see whether or not he uses this flash freeze ability. Okay, so hero focus increases his life drain during battle with additional gains upon assisting or defeating enemy. So life drain feels like he's more of an assassin character than a warrior character though, just from the skill description. So this is the EX weapon skill, increases his attack and max HP when assisting or defeating a unit. Okay, this is crazy. If it stacks indefinitely, if you're able to steamroll, I can already see him being used with the assassins obviously, and I can obviously see him being used in the rush team and control teams in general, which just brings down enemies really fast, and then you get the advantage and then he just steamroll from there. But he's a physical attacker, so more so in the assassin team. Maybe we will be able to build a team archetype revolving around him, something like a Tarsi, right? So there is a possibility as well. Just looking at this, I think he has that mega carry potential. Self-buffing, right? Initial buff as well as increase in life drain. Basically, he will become unkillable if he's not controlled. Okay, enhanced force upon defeating or upon assisting or defeating a certain number of units, Harak recovers energy from casting Vicious Bite. Okay, so this is recover energy for the ultimate, so more spam from the ultimate itself. Now, from the looks of it, it seems like he's more of an, I'll say, like assassin character. So we have a battle over here. We ran through all the kit. Now we are going to not win this because we want to see his ability, right? So we're going to feature Happy Chimmy together with our dear Sinbad just to take a look at his kit, see what he has to offer. So let's go. You go at one time. Okay, wait, I went at 2 times, a little bit too fast. So let's go. Hold on. I put in our dear Chippy and Hammy. Let's go. Hamster Knight. Okay, so that's the buff. Okay, that's the buff. This is the second skill. Jumps, dive to the weakest enemy, jumps up and disable them. I assume that's the ultimate, right? Oh wow, that's so fast. That's so fast. Okay, we're gonna skip this part. Okay, second part of the battle. So just now he did Tidal Assault where he dives under Chippy, slams him and he fly into the air. So that's the air animation. And when he starts the battle, he got his flash freeze ability, which is a buff. So from the looks of it, I think I saw the buff, and then we have the ultimate as well. Let's take a look at the buff again. So right here we go at one time. So crit and haste. Okay, so the buff is crit and haste. Okay, oh that's bastard, man. So we don't get to see his other abilities, which is the stat stacking as well as like the Supreme Plus skill. But wow, the crit and haste, by the way, these are really good offensive stats. Okay, normal attack. Okay, this is the dive. Okay, so we are fighting the boss, so it seems really strong now. Okay, time to go. Teleport. Okay, so we are fighting a hungry shark. So this is a little bit of spoiler here. Okay, but that's pretty much it. I think we have a good look of this character in terms of what he can do. Personally, I feel like he's more of wait, let's see whether or not this character is already inside the collection. Yeah, it's a like fishing team, right? So heroes. Let's take a look at our heroes here. No, Harak's not here yet. But based on the looks of it, right? I think with regards to Harak over here, this is in Chinese, but with regards to Harak, I think this character seems like you know, go fast, stack up stats and like run around freely kind of unit. We know that it's a crit haste. We also know that he has a control which dives towards one enemy, and the control is a single target one. And then there's this ultimate where he keeps on slashing the enemy to do massive damage. So now one thing that I want to know is after he exit the feast mode, when he consumes the unit, is it the ally unit? Is it enemy unit? Or is it just a random unit nearby him itself? So that will be another thing to look forward to. But another problem that I could see like go really well or really badly for Harak is that because his kit relies a lot on after assisting or defeating an enemy. So there will be a lot of cases where you might not be able to kill the enemy fast enough, and then if you don't get the buff up fast enough, he might not survive, for example, as a warrior character. So there could be this possibility, right? So It could also go another way, right? Provided you start killing someone really fast, and then he will start steamrolling. So those are the few, I'll say, first impression just of this first look of this character. So he will be releasing on this server about 5 days from now. So once we get the full breakdown of this character, we will definitely pull for 1 copy, do the showcase, and let you guys know how he fare at 1 copy itself. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys!